This is Tank's Vlog for December 11th, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. We're brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the podcast you can hear on iTunes and SoundCloud. We are dropping a new episode on Tuesday. It's a great episode where we talk about that great moment, the magical moment, the miracle in Miami. Yes, the Miami Miracle. Talk about that worm, talk about all the feelings and what I was going through in those moments where the Dolphins stunned the Patriots and Rob Gronkowski became a faceplant. So check it out. iTunes, SoundCloud, Tuesday. This morning, you're gonna enjoy it. Unlike the Monday Night Football game, which was boring, I like defensive battles. I know there's times it's good, but boy, these it wasn't so much a defensive battle. It was the two offenses stank. I mean, what has happened to the Minnesota Vikings? Hopefully they play like this on Sunday, so the Dolphins have a chance to stay in the playoff hunt. Ding! Now, it's going to be tough that it's going to be in Minnesota, but the Vikings are right now, the Vikings are the 6th seed in the NFC at 6-6-1. Yee! Which keeps the Giants, staying alive, But Kirk Cousins, can you say overrated? Can you really say that? Kirk Cousins is just not what he's cracked up to be. He's got weapons in Minnesota. He's got Adam Thielen and Dalvin Cook and Stephon Diggs, and he still is the same quarterback he was in Washington. And, to me, he's no better than Ryan Tannehill. Seahawks, Russell Wilson struggled most of this game, actually, but their defense rose up. A questionable blocked field goal by Bobby Wagner, which should have been called a penalty. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's Wilson running down the field and then leading to a touchdown. And then the Seahawks get a fumble recovery, take a 21-0 lead, and the Vikings get a cosmetic score at the end. But so the Seahawks right now are pretty much in the driver's seat for the 5th wild card spot, the top wild card spot, the 5th seed in the NFC at 8-5. The NHL. Something has got to be done with the Devils. This team has been dreadful. It's been terrible. They're now 10-13-6. Basically, their season right now is on the verge of being over. Their defense is dreadful. And it's just like every night there's bad efforts. To me, I think you got to cut the cord. John Hines has got to go. You bring in Joe Quenneville. Andy Green, I think it's time to put him out to pasture. It's time to start looking for some defensive help and bring in Joe Quenneville as the coach. Make Taylor Hall the captain. Give him a contract extension. Build around Hall. Build around these young players who are not having a good year. Nico Hischier has been missing in action most of the year. These young players that gave him a boost last year have struggled this year. That could happen. That's understandable. But this defense right now, the Devils' defense, is absolutely awful. The way it looks, you could take Scotty Stevens and Kenny Danico in their mid-50s, and they probably could be better played than half the players on their team. Things didn't go much better for 5-2. I mean, and it's like every night with the Devils. 5-2 loss to the Sharks. They go 1-1-1 in California. Tampa Bay Lightning struck down the Rangers 6-3 as Steven Stamkos netted a hat trick and now has 700 career points. It was the Penguins 2-1 winners over the Islanders in a shootout. It was the Red Wings beating the Kings 3-1 as Jimmy Howard made 42 saves. In the NBA, it was the Pacers beating the Wizards 109-101. The 76ers beat the Pistons 116-102. Here come the Celtics, 6 straight wins. Beat the Pelicans today 113-100 despite a big day from Anthony Davis, who had 41 points and 7 rebounds. It was the Kings over the Bulls 108-89. The Bucks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 108-92. It was the Thunder striking down the Jazz 122-113. Mavericks 101-76 winners over the Magic. It was the Nuggets 105-99 over the Grizzlies. The Clippers 123-119 winners over the Suns in overtime. It was the Warriors who were named Sportsman of the Year. Sports People of the Year, or as there's a Sports Illustrated likes to call it these days. Huh? You name a team? I know they've done this in the past. And they've done it with good reason. The 1980 Olympic team was, without a doubt, a story unto itself. That should have been the Sportsman of the Year. The 1999 women's soccer team. Okay, that was a big story. That's a little understandable to make them Sports People of the Year. 2004 Red Sox ended the curse. Okay. But the Warriors? Sports People of the Year? You couldn't find any individuals? Heck, I would have had no issue if they gave it to Kevin Durant or Stephen Curry. But it's a little weird to give it to a team. When especially they didn't do anything historic. I mean, they just won a second straight title. They had a good playoff run. But last year's playoff run was even better. Big game for Stephen Curry with 38 points and 7 rebounds and 6 assists. And it was the Lakers beating the Heat 108-105. With LeBron James 28 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists, falling just short of a triple-double. Today's 3 stars were Steven Stamkos of the Lightning with his hat trick, Bobby Wagner, who had 9 tackles in that questionable blocked field goal for the Seahawks, and Stephen Curry with 38 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Those are your 3 stars for today. Today's birthday shout-out goes out to a young rising NHL star, second-generation player, Matthew Tkachuk, who turns 21. And we take a look back to 1992, when the NHL went from having a president to a commissioner and hired Gary Bettman. Boo! Still a total moron. One of the worst commissioners in the history of sports. 3 lockouts. He was hired to get labor peace. He hasn't done it. And I think that's set back hockey and prevented hockey from becoming an even bigger sport than it should be. So check out the full story of Barstool Sports and its Sports Encyclopedia where sports history lives. And don't forget to listen to the new episode of Allow Me to Be Frank. It's on SoundCloud and iTunes. Good day.